Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the big, well, we call it a big head-to-head. I mean, there are two players that we're interested in. But listen, let's throw it up on the screen. It is a Harry Kane versus Victor Osimhen head-to-head. Two players that Ten Hag is interested in. Two players that could potentially come to Manchester United. Well, only one can come to Manchester United because, regardless of who the owner is by July or August, I don't think we can sign these two. We can only sign one, even if we can get one, because Harry Kane, no Tottenham, Daniel Levy, will he want to let him go? Will he want to let him go? Just like that. Victor Osimhen, worth a lot of money. They're two strikers. Don't get me wrong. There's positives and negatives about both. You know what I mean? Just like the Manchester United ownership news between Qatar and Ratcliffe. Negatives and positives about both, isn't there? There's always negatives and positives about a lot of things in life, but this is an interesting head to head. I look forward to these. It's been a while since we've done a head to head, hasn't it? I think the last time we done a head to head was actually last summer. Last summer was the last time we done a head to head. We done Nunez against Ronaldo because we were interested in Nunez. Obviously, went to Liverpool. Frankie de Jong against, I think was it Bruno or Fred? I'm not too sure. No, Neves. Frankie de Jong against Ruben Neves. Then we did, I think it was Evan and Dika against Varane, was it? There was a lot of head to heads, and I feel like Anthony against Rashford. I'm not sure. I don't think we did one of them. Did we? No, I don't. I'm trying to remember a year back, so please bear with me. But yeah, that was when they were the head to heads. They were good head to heads, and I have a lot of other head to heads up my sleeve as well. You know, I want to do a lot. I want to do a lot more on the channel in summer, but we'll talk about that near the end. But if you are new to the channel, please like, comment, hit subscribe button. Let us know in the comments who you like. Would you like Harry Kane? Would you like Victor Osimhen? Or would you look elsewhere to maybe a Vlahovic, a Hoyland? Let us know anyways. Let us know anyways. But I think Harry Kane and Osimhen, if you had to ask Manchester United fan, they'd say one of them two. We can't get two unless Qatar come in and splash the cash, but not even that can happen. FFP or Amory. But listen, as I said, we're going to go through their stats. You know what head to head is, right? You know what head to head. You go through the player stats. No messing about. No messing about. As well. So I think, no point messing about, and we get stuck into the show. I mean, like, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. As well. So let's run it through. And I think Backer should have actually made edits. But listen, we're gonna go. It's Harry Kane head to head. We have to. So we start with the breakdown. I think this is this season. I think. I thought Harry Kane got like 40 goals this season. No, but anyways, we shall go through their stats. Obviously, transfer market is another decent as well. I'm actually trying to find it. I'm actually trying to find it. Right, so here we go. This is tough. It's tough being a content curator, isn't it? God bless me. But now listen. Enough of me trying to feel sorry for myself. Right. So here we go. Right. So Harry Kane. We'll start off with Harry Kane, right? I think we'll start off with Harry Kane, if you don't mind me doing so. He obviously plays for Tottenham Hotspur. In England international, he's been, Gareth Southgate's, striker for the last couple of years, and not just Southgate. You look at Roy Hodgson, Sam Allardyce. Let's go back there. Yeah, geez, big Sam managing England. You would have thought we've ever seen the day. But listen, Harry Kane. So far this season, he has made 38 appearances and has scored 30 goals. Now again, I'm not even sure if these are legit. Goals per game, 0.74. Assists, 3 assists. Again, you don't like. I'm that kind of person where when I look at a striker, I'm not interested in looking at assists. It's a striker. When I want Manchester United to sign a striker or whatever, I don't look at assists. I just look at a build-up play. how many goals you scored from the old head, from the feet, obviously. More to the feet than the head. But, I look at them, I don't look at, he's only had 3 assists, get him gone. We don't want to go in. Again, assists are nice, 3 assists, not the best, but it's a striker. You know what I mean? Harry Kane's not the kind of striker that tracks back a lot. So you wouldn't expect it. You'd probably, you look at Haaland for Man City, he probably wouldn't have a lot of assists because the players want to get the ball to him. When that ball gets, literally, give the ball to Tottenham Hotspur, give the ball to Kane, he'll score. Haaland, give the ball to, same as City, give the ball to Haaland, he'll score. So it's like that, innit? There's never that kind of, give it an assist. A build-up play is what I look at, though. Build-up play, I'm a big fan of build-up play. I'm aware, though, like that. I mean, you look at Martial for Manchester United, someone says build-up play is good, he tracks back, he's good at giving the ball to the left, to the right, to the front, to the back. That sounds like a song. I'm going to turn into a DJ. But seriously, it is like that. You know what I mean? I look at build-up play, I look at goals, obviously. Goals is the main thing, but build-up play is nice. Do you know what I mean? Build-up play is nice. What you like off the ball as well? Are you keeping that defender thinking? Are you constantly basically? I want a striker. I want my striker. I want the new Manchester United striker to give the opposition a headache that they've never wanted, because we need that. You know what I mean? We need that. And I know some are saying, "Oh yeah, get Mbappe. He'll give everyone a headache." No, he would. But we can dream about getting Mbappe, but it's not happening. It's not happening. As well. But listen, XG is 19.1. Again, I'm not sure. These stats probably aren't the most reliable or legit stats, if you want to say. So please bear with me for a sec. I do try. I could see me doing another one of these before the end of the season. Harry Kane, Osimhen. Passing accuracy of 69.9%. Distance passed in yards is 1,748. And his shot creating actions is exactly 123. Distance carried, he's carried 4,084 yards. Aerial duels won, 43.8%. And points per match team, 1.59. So I know it doesn't really look into Harry Kane's calibre, but it's giving you this season, it's giving you the goals, his goals per game, his assists, his XG, his accuracy, his distance passing yards, his shot creating actions, distance carried. Some people like the smallest of details, and I don't mind the smallest of details, to be brutally honest with you. The smallest of details can come in handy as well. That's the thing, I'm aware though, when I do these, I look into the smallest of details. I'll be the kind of person at the end of this video to be like, you know what, don't want them. But that's another thing I'll answer at the end to who I would like, because it's an interesting one to see who I would and wouldn't like as well. So Harry Kane, 6 yellow cards. No one really cares about that. So look at what he's like in other competitions, like the Premier League, the Champions League, which Tottenham are in this season, the League Cup, FA Cup as well. Or will we? Yeah. So his defensive stats, 0.2 blocks. I mean, as I said, Harry Kane's not the kind of striker you'd expect to defend a lot. You know what I mean? Don't get wrong with Tottenham, he's had to do it a few times, but not a lot. But here's his main stats in the Premier League. So again, so far this season's done. 38 appearances, 3,408 minutes played, 30 goals, and 3 assists as well, with an SPG of 3.4, a key P of 1.5, and a DR. I think obviously that must be. Oh yeah. No, key passes and dribbles 1.1, fouled 1.5, offensive 0.4, discipline 1.5. Unusual technique is 1.9, and that's a rating of 7.51. That's in the Prem, and that's in total 7.59. As well, and his passing is never the greatest. You know what I mean? His passing. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Harry Kane pull off a brilliant pass. Yeah, I just don't think I have, and I don't think he's the kind of striker, and I don't want him to be that kind of striker to rely on passes, and I just don't. I personally, I just don't. But we're going to go through his strengths and weaknesses and his style of play as well. So obviously his main position is a striker, right? You know, you can throw him on the left if you want, but that's just being ridiculous. But you can, but no. So Harry Kane's characteristics, his strengths, finishing, headed attempts, they're very strong. His strong is true balls, key passes, aerial duels, and holding on to the ball. He's very good at them five. You look at finishing and headed attempts. You know, he's a striker. He's just scored these few headies. He has a good boot on him. His finishing is strong. You know, in penalties or if it's from play or set piece penalties, especially, you know, because he doesn't really take free kicks. He's good at them. Then just shooting, he's good at. So, and then true balls. I mean, with a player like Bruno or even Rashford, he'd adore true passes. Bruno sometimes does it, you know. Um, Key passes, they need true balls. Like you look at Bruno Fernandes, you know, his passes is good. But like, I feel like Bruno, you know, I don't think Ten Hag would be the kind of manager if Kane does come in and be like, you know what, Kane, you track back. You know, again, he needs to obviously like Harry Kane. You know, if Harry Kane has a potential if we have a potential top three next season of Rashford, Harry Kane, and Anthony, that should be the top three, right? Right, even the news considering Anthony about whatever it is. Hopefully, it's not true. Fingers crossed, because you can't for us that day. So, but listen, I'll talk about that another day. So that's you know that's what I'm saying. If you do bring in a Harry Kane, sorry, not an Osimhen. If you do bring in a Harry Kane, that's it. Rashford on the left, Anthony on the right, Harry Kane striker. That's it. You know, no, nothing else. Do you know what I mean? And obviously he has one weakness, and that's his defensive contribution. So Ten Hag is probably the type next season. We've seen it a few times in the season just gone. You know, you see Rashford track back, but Anthony tracks back a lot more than Rashi. You know, Anthony tracks back a lot more than Rashford, but Rashford obviously does track back, but Anthony's probably best at doing that. As well. So um it is an interesting thing to have. Um you know, and you do expect it. You know, you do expect these kind of players like Harry Kane who like, you know, he's not going to like, he's not the quickest, you know. He's not the quickest, as we say, but he's good at holding on to the ball, which is needed as well because you know there's been strikers what we've had over the years. You know, let's look at this season: Wakehorse and Marsh. Well, that wasn't meant to happen. So I'm gonna have to go through some of it again. So the 4 minutes, I might put that in the audio. Yeah, yeah, right. I have to do that now. But anyways, back to what I was doing. I was speaking about Harry Kane. And he hasn't got the greatest stats. Distribution. Not distribution. Sorry, what am I smoking? He hasn't got the greatest defensive distribution, but you don't expect it. You know what I mean? In fairness, you don't expect people like a Harry Kane or even a Victor Osimhen to have a great distribution as well. But listen, let's move on to Victor Osimhen. I mean, I'm gonna go to the end, but that's been Harry Kane. His distribution. That his only weakness is defense. Defensive distribute. Like his defense is not the greatest, but he's a striker. If he was a midfielder or a left winger or a right winger, he'd be concerned. Not just even left and right. Just you know what I mean. But that's Harry Kane. That is Harry Kane's stats as well. So yeah, let's move on to Victor Osimhen. This was meant to be a short show, but the internet decided to act up, didn't it? But yeah, I mean, obviously here's Victor Osimhen. So far this season, he has played 2,583 minutes. Let me put that here. 2,583 minutes, 26 goals, 4 assists, SPG or 4.2, PS is 71%, Aerials 2.1, and he's got 5 Man of the Match awards, and in the whole season he's got a rating of 7.45. As well, his strengths, finishing, headed attempts, and aerial duels. His weaknesses, offside awareness, holding onto the ball and passing, and a style of play, indirect set piece threat, likes to dribble and does not dive into tackles. The same with Harry Kane in the style of play. Obviously, he doesn't seem to hold on to the ball, and his passing doesn't seem to be as good as Harry Kane. His offside awareness, don't think anyone has a good offside awareness, but do we have it? So yeah, that is his strengths and weaknesses as well. I mean, actually, I was meant to do a thing about Harry Kane on the other thing that I was trying to do. So that's Victor Osimhen. You know what I mean? They're his, and some again a style of play. Or not style of play. What do you keep? A style of play is what I always mention. I think I'm obsessed with it because I always talk about it. You look at it and you feel that hold on to the ball. We need a striker who can hold on to the ball. I mean, listen, some would say maybe you don't really have to. If you have fast wingers, which we do. Garnacho's fast, Rashford's fast, Amad Diallo's fast, Anthony's fast, obviously. Bruno's fast, not as fast as Rashford and Anthony, but I don't really like playing Bruno on the wings, anyways. As well, it's mad. The only Harry Kane, jeez man. I mean, Hungry Kane, Hungry Kane. Harry Kane is 100% in the start 11, 100% minutes, and a goal participation of 47%. 30 goals though in not the greatest Tottenham side is good. And he's worth, supposedly on transfer market, he's worth 90 million euros. But I feel like that'd be 90 million pounds in all honesty. I really do. I really do. Um, as well. Obviously, Harry Kane, he's 29 years of age. You know, that is Harry Kane's stats. And then Victor Osimhen on transfermarket.com is posing worth 100 million euros. 32 appearances, 26 goals, 5 assists. He has a 79% chance of being in the starting 11. He's 75% minutes and a goal participation of 40%. He's a centre forward. That's that. He moved to Napoli in 2020 for 75 million. His previous clubs were Wolfsburg, Chelsea. Obviously, he went to Wolfsburg and then he went back there on loan. Then he went to Chelsea as well. He moved there, Los Lille and Napoli as well. I mean, yeah, 100 million is it's not worth it. He's a lot more. He's Harry Kane's 1.89 meters. Osimhen is 1.86. His contract expires in 2 more years. As well, I mean, to be honest with you, like that's their stats done, right? And they're probably not the greatest of stats, I'll admit it, but they're reading out wise, so it is that kind of thing. But to be brutally honest, if I had just, I mean, you look at there's pros and cons about both. The pros about Harry Kane, he's Premier League proven, he's English. He link up with a few of the Manchester United players well. People know him a lot more. People are more familiar to him a lot more than Osimhen. He knows how to score goals. He can score you. He can at least give you 20 to 30 goals a season. And that's even like if he can score 20 to 30 goals a season with a Tottenham team who aren't firing on all cylinders, he could do well with Manchester United if we get the new owners and the players and Ten Hag has the backing. But that's up to the guys, isn't it? But that me personally, I would, and then obviously Osimhen, he's younger. He knows how to score goals. He scored 26 goals for Napoli this season. I know the Italian league, it's nowhere near as competitive as the Premier League. We know that. So will it be like a Nunez when he arrives, has a rough patch and then obviously settles in? Because look at Nunez, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a brilliant season for Liverpool now. Next season, I wouldn't be at all surprised because he's used to it. He'll work on his game. Osimhen hopefully doesn't have the same thing. So I worry about both. I worry about Harry Kane. How long left does he have in him? He's 29 years of age. You can say he probably has about 4, 5, 6 more years left on him. Osimhen 25, 26, lot more years in him than Harry Kane. So it is interesting. So I'm not sure who I want. I wouldn't mind Osimhen because he's a lot younger. And then obviously we're looking at Højlund as well, but I don't want us to bring in Højlund as a number one striker. Bring him in as a backup with Harry Kane and Osimhen. That'd be my kind of thing. But Atalanta want a lot more from them, don't they? As well. But listen, that's been the Harry Kane versus Victor Osimhen head-to-head. Let us know in the comments who you'd like and why. As I said, I appreciate nearly everyone's support. We're going to try and get bigger, better people on the channel. Bigger, better people on the channel. By that I mean journalists. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, that subscribe button, follow our socials, links in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. I put a lot of work into it, and there'll be a lot more work being put into the rest of the videos. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll speak to you on it. Have a good one, Reds.